Hello everyone, this is Ed Ray the Crazy, the Ed Ray Report, Bourg Productions, whatever you want to call me. Well, the time has finally come to talk about TMossBoss, a user that is known for reacting to certain videos, whether it's sports videos or anybody that's criticizing him, etc. Now, I first heard about TMossBoss from a user named Just a Robot a couple of years ago, and Just a Robot's complaints originally about TMossBoss was his style of reaction videos, his inability to edit certain videos at some point, And instead of listening to Just a Robot and processing all the criticisms that was given to him, he decided to run his mouth off, by talking about TMossBoss, justifying his excuses for his reaction videos and what other videos he decided to make, whether it's response videos, etc. Now, the focus of this video is not to talk about everything wrong that TMossBoss has done during the past, before the whole Joshua Montague situation, but to talk about a video that TMossBoss did comparing his feud with Joshua Montague, Just a Robot, and iBullyBullies to the likes of Gabby Hanna versus Keemstar of Drama Alert. Well, anyway, what happened was, I got to give you context here. Last year, Joshua Montague's mother unfortunately passed away from cancer. Now, I'm not going to specify what kind of cancer that she had. I mean, if you want to know, you got to talk to Joshua Montague about that after the end of this video. Well, anyway, what happened was that Joshua Montague made a tribute video to his deceased mother, and TMossBoss thought that he was exploiting his deceased mother for views and such, and that upset Joshua Montague, and justifiably so. And several people were making a series of videos calling out TMossBoss for accusing Joshua of insulting his mother's legacy. Now, this is the reason why you do not take shots at somebody after their relatives have passed away. They are grieving. They're trying to process what they're going to do with their lives moving forward. And if you take a shot at somebody's relatives, regardless of whether they're alive or not, what do you think's going to happen? They're going to get mad because you make this personal. You're making your hatred for somebody personal by talking about their family, and that's not what you do, TMossBoss. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. How would you like it if you lost a relative that you were very close with, and somebody decides to take a shot at you? How would you feel if somebody decided to take a shot at somebody that recently died that you were close with? You think that's going to be funny? You think you're going to get over that very quickly? Of course not, because they got personal with you. And how would you like it if somebody gets personal with you? Are you going to call the police on them and try to have them arrested after something like that happened? No way. Now, the whole situation with Just a Robot and iBullyBullies, that is nothing compared to what you pulled with Joshua Montague last year. And to make a recent video comparing your feud with Joshua Montague, this really, really makes me mad talking about it. But you compare your feud with Joshua Montague to the likes of Gabby Hanna and Keemstar of Drama Alert, is just plain disgusting. Alright? You cannot do something like that and expect people not to get angry at you because, again, you're getting personal with somebody. Now, there are two scenarios of how this is going to turn out. If you take a shot at somebody's deceased relative and they're still grieving about it, in the case of somebody that's very patient, they're going to take shots back at you and insult your relatives to a point where you're not going to like it. Or the second case is somebody is going to find your docs, find out where you live, and punch you in the face. Or even worse, beat you up. Because you got personal with somebody. Now look, I'm not going to justify saying, hey, go punch somebody in the face for taking a shot at somebody's deceased relative. I'm saying you need to be careful with how you speak to somebody and how you approach somebody. Because one of these days, there's going to be a certifiably insane person on the internet that is going to want to take you out. And that's not going to be a good thing, because there are people on the internet that are so insane, they are going to commit a murder. They're going to try to murder you. You think death threats are not real? Death threats are real. People get death threats a whole lot. And remember that video where you apparently apologized to Joshua? You had us all fooled. We thought that you were going to move on from this issue and try to concentrate on better things in your life. I mean, you have 14,000 subscribers, but you cannot even get well over 500 views on average. I mean, look at Just a Robot. The guy puts effort into his videos, and he gets around 50,000 to 75,000 views on average. Joshua Montague, somebody who has almost 13,000 subscribers, and he's getting hundreds, sometimes thousands of views on his videos. I mean, I have 11 subscribers as of this recording, and my video views are averaging 40 to 50, which is kind of amazing considering the kind of effort that I have to put in regarding certain videos. And you always complain about people telling you to edit your videos. While it is true that you can make a good video unedited, it would be nice if you just edited your videos, try to edit out as much pausing and stuttering as humanly possible. I mean, if you're good, if you are a natural, speaking raw on camera, then that's not a huge issue at all. But the way you carry yourself on camera, trying to convey your messages, some of your messages are very disorganized, and sometimes we do not understand what you're talking about. And some of the times when you speak, you just drag on points so much that it deserves to be edited out. And even if you do edit some of your videos, your edits are poorly timed, and that is exactly why people complain about the style of editing that you have. Now, TMossBoss, I'm going to say this one time. You need to stop taking shots at people and their families. I mean, if you have a legitimate complaint about them, that's good, but to accuse somebody who made a tribute video and say that they were exploiting their dead parent, then there's no hope for you. I mean, come on now. You ought to know better than to take shots at somebody who just lost a relative because, like I said before, they are grieving. People grieve for a long time over the death of a loved one. It doesn't take a couple of months. It doesn't take a couple of years. It can take about a decade, a couple of decades, maybe in a lifetime. Sometimes people never get over the grief of somebody that died because they were incredibly close to someone. I mean, take for instance, if a married man lost his wife and he became a widower, he's not going to get over it so easily. And that is the same case with somebody that loses their parents. They don't get over it so easy. Same with brothers, sisters, and maybe close cousins. They don't get over it very easily. The only thing I'm going to say is right here, right now, get off the internet. You got personal with somebody, and if you cannot listen to reason, what makes you think you're not going to get personal with somebody else? You cannot get personal, and you cannot take shots at them. That is very low, and that is very evil of you. No apology is ever going to justify what you did. No apology is ever going to be enough for what you have pulled. Get off the internet. That's it.